Hi, my name is Matt, and I'm going to the doctor to talk about some issues I'm having with my HIV and AIDS, and my health has been fluctuating lately. And I'm hoping the doctor might prescribe me some medicines that might help with that. So that's what we're going to be doing.
Hi, Matt. How are you today?
I'm doing all right.
Good. I wanted to talk to you about the blood work that we did. Remember the last time you were here, I took some blood. And again, I wanted to look at your viral load and your CD4 count. And we've been doing that ever since you've come to see me for the last couple of years. And I want to go over that information with you again today. All right.
All right.
The first thing I want to talk to you about is the fact that your viral load went from undetectable to detectable to 30,000 in your bloodstream.
So does that mean it's gotten worse?
Yeah, it went from
What does
not
it
being
mean?
detectable from all the tests we did before to this new number, which is 30,000.
So before I didn't have any of the viral detectable in my blood, and now you're saying that it's become worse and now there's a lot of this virus in my blood. I'm not quite sure that's making sense to me.
What has probably happened, Matt, is that for the last 6 months, because we did the last test 6 months ago, is the virus has been reproducing itself a lot. It's been very active.
So does that mean that's it? I have HIV AIDS and there's nothing I can do about it?
that doesn't mean you have AIDS. The the only way that we know people have AIDS is when they have another kind of infection. We call that an opportunistic infection. All it means is that the virus is actually doing what it does in your blood, which is it's reproducing itself.
So now that I have it, does that mean my health is going to decline and become worse? I'm kind of concerned about this.
Okay. The other part to know about this is that because your viral load went up, your CD4 count, which was your helper cells, went down by 100. So it was at 400 and now it's at 300. So there's been a direct link between those two things.
Does that mean I'm going to get sick in the near future?
Um, at this point in time, no, because what's happening is that your immune system is still working fairly well, so that you're not at risk for any sort of major kinds of problems right yet.
So you're saying that this virus has gotten worse and multiplied, and now I have 30,000 of these viral cells inside of me, but then you're saying that my health shouldn't decline. So that kind of contradicts itself. That doesn't really make sense to me.
Well, Matt, we've talked about this before, is that what happens is that people can feel really well for a long time with HIV, even though they still have the infection. And you're one of those people. You're feeling well, you're still doing well, uh, and you've had no problems related to HIV, except for now what's happening is that the HIV infection is just increasing.
It still concerns me. I was wondering if there's any kind of foods or medicines that I could take that will keep me feeling well in the future.
I think you should do everything you've done already because it's working. And the other thing I want to do is to talk to you about you going on some medication to help your immune system stay healthy.
Yes, please let me know. I would love to stay healthy.
Well, the good news is because you've never been on any medication, we have a lot of different choices available to you.
My whole life I've been really against medicine. So now starting to take this medicine for the first time is going to kind of be a change for me. Do you think I'll have to keep it up for a while? If uh, if I have to take the medicine, what would some of the options be?
Yeah, my concern is that unless you take some medication, that the virus will just continue to replicate, and your health will get worse. Um, um, what I would like to suggest is that you go on a three-drug combination and using a variety of drugs to help to help the best to make sure we're fighting this virus.
There's one drug called Coakley. I was wondering what that one was. Or Coddle. I can't think of the exact word. But would that one help?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you would take them together, and and what we would look at are three drugs that we know to work effectively. And I've had other patients on those three drugs, and they would be DDC and 3-TC and the Virapine.
What do the three of those drugs do exactly?
Do you remember, Matt? I explained to you a while ago about how HIV reproduces itself in your body. These drugs are designed so that they stop that from happening. And how they do it is that they attack HIV at very different points in its life cycle. So what we're doing is we're trying to attack it at different points so that you don't have HIV replication in your blood.
Yeah, I remember that. I guess we should go ahead and start taking them.
Yeah, so what the drugs will do is that they will attack the virus and they will prevent it from creating new viruses.
Are there Do these drugs have any side effects associated with them? With Tylenol or a headache medicine,
Yeah, there are.
they might you might alleviate a headache, but then in return you'll get a stomach ache.
A lot of side effects that have been reported. And when you go to get the drugs, the pharmacist there will actually do some counseling with you around the side effects so that you understand. And they can include things like upset stomach and headaches and diarrhea. And everybody has a very different reaction to them, Matt.
So does that mean you can tailor these medicines to fit me perfectly?
Yeah, I think that because you've never been on any drugs, that we can try the one I'm suggesting right now first, because I really do believe that that's going to work best. Because I've had a lot of other patients like you who have never been on drugs. Your immune system is in pretty good shape. You don't have a high viral load, but I think if we act now, we can actually make you feel healthier and make you healthier. And this is the one I would suggest. When I mentioned to you.
I'm just really nervous about taking these different drugs. Do you mind if we maybe wait a little bit? I can ask some friends, maybe get a second opinion about their advice. And then I can take all of that information in and I can come back and then make my final decision about what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I really want you to go and talk to some friends because I'm sure you know people who have been on drugs, on antiviral meds. Uh, I'm going to give you some information on all the drugs you can read, and I would suggest that you maybe go down to the BCPWA. And talk to one of their treatment counselors who can talk to you a lot more about these drugs and what you can expect. It's really important for you to make this decision, and why don't you come back in a week and we'll talk some more and see what you're thinking and feeling about this.
All right. Yeah, Sure, that sounds great. Thank you for your time. This was a really helpful meeting.